What's up, good people? It's time for another session of that verbal cardio, man. We back. Back once again, man. Got my co-host on me. You know what I'm saying? Well, not on me, but with me. Man, shout out to my co-host. Ooh, water, man. The best co-host of all time, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Andy from Conan O'Brien, Ed McMahon, but water tops them all, man. I got a little lemon in there, not from concentrate. The little lemon juice I get from Sprouts. Put a little bit of that in there for the little cleansing action. You know what I'm saying? Just out here, man. Water, man. Dabble in it. Get in on it. You need it. Portland Part 2, though. That's why we here. Portland Part 2, man. Left off with y'all, you know, talking about how good the waffle was at Nectar Cafe. You know what I'm saying? Sabrina's waffle was good, but only like, if you only want half a waffle, it was the savory potato waffle good, because it was so much seasoning. It's so much seasoning. But yo, that waffle, man. So anyway, in Portland, man, y'all got to realize there's a lot of local businesses, so you will get a lot of restaurants that you can only find in Portland. And that's what I really like about the city, man. So many local businesses. So it's like, you know, places you never heard of, so everything's a gamble. And then you're going to get a lot of gems, and you're like, yo, man, this place called On the Good Foot serves, man, they got the best grilled cheese this side of the Mississippi, you know. But no, I think, I don't know if I probably already mentioned Blackwater since we were already at the Nectar Cafe. So, where did we go the next day? We went to a couple coffee spots. You know, she was looking for some matcha tea or whatever, but she couldn't find it, or they was out when she would go over there. And, you know, I was happy with the banana bread I had got from Nectar, you know what I'm saying? So I was good. I was like, all right, the banana bread is legit. I got my fix. I found me a good waffle in the city, you know what I'm saying? I was straight, you know. And at night, you know, I would still eat peanuts from Target, you know, slumming it up, if you will, but that's neither here nor there. Then we ended up hitting this place called Harlow. Harlow was the name. Wait, did we go to that same? Where did we go? Dang, I can't even remember where we went after Nectar to eat, man. And like the thing about Portland too, when we were out there, it was raining the whole time. It was mad rainy, and I loved it. I was like, yes, bring it on, man. I was talking to Tony Rock the other day, and he was like, you know, the suicide capital of the U.S. is Seattle, and I've heard that for years, but I don't think that's true though. Like I think it's really Vegas. Like I think Vegas is the suicide capital still, you know. I mean, I would probably have to look at the latest polls, but Vegas makes more sense. Like I can't really buy the fact that rain is making people suicidal. Like cloudy weather, I just don't buy that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's suicides out here in sunny locations, you know what I'm saying? But Vegas makes the most sense because people be losing it all in Vegas. They putting it all on the line and losing it. So I'm like, Vegas makes more sense. That's like where you go, you making money, you doing some questionable things for that dollar, and then you still just, your life still ain't turning around. You're going to be like, man, you know what? Just forget it all, man. Just forget it all, man. And Vegas is sunny. Vegas is mad sunny, but I don't think the sun really factors into the suicide thing. I don't know. But maybe that's just me, because I thrive in cloudy weather. Like when it's cloudy, I'm loving life. I like the way the visuals look, you know what I'm saying? When it's hot, like the sun is out right now, I want no parts of it. I want zero parts of that. But anyway, we went to this place called Harlow, vegan spot. And I ended up I got like pancakes, but they had like almonds and like, you know, flakes on the top. I got some honey for it. Or did I get honey or did I use maple syrup? But anyway, it was like I guess they call it the walnut waffle or whatever. I ended up getting that, and I'm playing it safe, man. I'm keeping it simple, playing it safe, getting the walnut pancakes, calling it a day. You know what I'm saying? They put too many walnuts on the top though. It was like mad walnut action, and I signed up for walnuts. But I didn't know I was signing up for every walnut on the planet. I didn't know I was signing up for that. They put every walnut on top of these pancakes. Like every walnut they could find in life. They was snatching walnuts from squirrels in the back. Like, give me that walnut. And they were just putting it on the pancakes. They were just punking squirrels out of their walnuts, giving them cash, even though squirrels don't know what to do with cash. Like they what I'm gonna do with this? They were just giving them like 75 cents per walnut, but the squirrel is like, squirrel got little hands, so the quarters look big, but they don't know what to do with the quarters. They was chewing on the quarters, but they was like, what can we do with this silver thing you gave us, human? And the pancakes was okay. They were okay. Weren't bad. But it was nothing. I was like, oh, it didn't hit me like the waffle and nectar. So I was just like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It was solid. I'll say that. Sabrina ended up getting like some mac and cheese and this big ass block of cornbread. That cornbread looked so dry. That cornbread looked like you could put a lesson plan on the chalkboard with that cornbread. That cornbread, you could murder somebody on accident with that cornbread. You know those movies where they arguing heavy. It's like a heavy argument. They fighting, and then in the heat of just rage and passion, you grab something and hit somebody over the head, and then they fall down the steps and break their neck. That's what you could have done with that cornbread. Like if your life was on the line, you grab that square cornbread like, and then watch them fall down the steps. There's always some steps nearby the struggle. I don't know what it is. Like in real life, I don't do nothing physical by the steps. I'm just walking down the steps. So I'm damn sure not going to push or bring an argument to somebody right by the steps. Like if we at the bottom of the steps, cool. We at the top, I'll be like, we're gonna finish this when we get down these steps. But you ain't heard the last me, but let's go down these steps real quick. Because the fight by the steps, somebody, if not both of you, are falling down the steps. A lot of people don't realize, I don't know who writes these movies, these TV dramas, these Lifetime specials. We're like, all right, we're going to have y'all fight it out about the kids right by the steps. There's always the steps. So you can get that accidental fall. You know what I'm saying? And falling down steps, I don't know if y'all have ever fallen down steps, like a complete fall down the steps. It's pretty epic, man. Like, the falling of the steps is pretty epic stuff, man. Especially if they're not carpeted. You taking raw steps to the body, man. Let me tell you something, man. That fall down the steps is real. I fell down the steps when I was a kid. We had these steps. Matter of fact, if you go to my YouTube page, and in the Chicago vlog, when I went to the first apartment I remember living in, that was the apartment. I fell down those steps. Now at the time, everything seemed so much bigger. When I went back to that apartment in the vlog, it seemed so small. But as a kid, it was vast. So those steps, you know what I'm saying? And then I think my mom fell down the steps while I was a baby and she was carrying me. She fell down the steps while carrying me. She shielded me from the step work that I would have endured. She shielded me from the step work. She was taking the steps all on her own. She shielded me. And then she said, after she done fell down the steps, took all the steps to the body, you know what I'm saying? She gets to the bottom, and then she looks at me to make sure I'm all right, and then I'm like, she's like, you got the nerve to be crying after you done got shielded from these step blows? You got a lot of nerve, little boy. And I was like, the falling down the steps, man. But that's neither here nor there. I'm talking about the dry-ass cornbread Sabrina got in Portland at Harlow's. Yeah, but she buttered it up, and I guess that made it a little, she had to lube up the cornbread. But when I was looking at it, man, that was a tablet as far as I'm concerned. Like you could have wrote the 10 Commandments on that cornbread and brought it out to the people. and then one of them fell and just broke in half. You know what I'm saying? That's Moses would have wrote on that, like, these are God's commandments, and that cornbread would have took every piece of the scripture. Okay. I also got like some type of juice or something like that, some type of spinach green juice thingy. It was solid. I felt healthy. I felt like I was getting nutrients, if you will. I felt every piece of the nutrients I was taking in. Sabrina got some kind of shot. It was like some kind of all kind of stuff infused into like one shot with the apple on the top. She was allergic to apples, so they put the apple on the top. So I took the apple off and ate it. I'm pretty much a garbage disposal. Like if you can't handle what you eating, I'm there to clean up the mess. You know what I'm saying? If I'm eating with soft-tummied individuals like Keenan Baker, Sabrina perhaps, I'll finish your food. Like if you can't handle it, if you can't muster up the strength, if you weak out here, I got you, man. I'll lift you up and finish what you can't, you know. And that's where I come into play. You know what I'm saying? I'm the garbage disposal. When your stomach is too soft to maintain, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? They should hire me for this. Oh, you can't finish your meal? Call Tony Baker and Associates. And the only thing is, I'm the only associate. But I just wanted to throw that in there because, you know, and associates, you think, oh, so he has backup. I don't need backup. I can finish what you can't. Had to do that for Sabrina. The second time we went back to Nectar Cafe in Portland, she got like a scramble and a waffle. And we still had the banana bread too. So we was going in. She was formidable that day, but she couldn't finish the waffle. So, of course, I swooped in for the waffle finish. And I'm the type of person, like, I don't know what it is about restaurants. They only give you one waffle, usually. Waffles get more respect than pancakes on the streets. Because you can make multiple pancakes at one time. You can have 3 going at once, flip them, bam, 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 boom, you got a short stack. The waffles, though, it's a one-at-a-time deal. You know what I'm saying? It's a one, unless you get the huge waffle line that makes the square waffles. But if you get the circle joints, it's a one-at-a-time special deal. So when you ask for 2, they really charge you. Like, oh, it's going to be $5.60 for another waffle. But I just got the whole waffle and the sides for like $9.99. One waffle is $5.80. Yes. It's because we gotta spark up the waffle grill and just, it's one at a time. So I get it, man. Waffles are like the elephants in Animal Kingdom, man. It takes them a while, you know. They got that one baby brewing for mad long, but that baby is precious. You know what I'm saying? It's not no litter. Elephants don't have litters, man. They work on that one special elephant for mad long, and I guess that's how they view waffles, man. We working on this one waffle for mad long, man. So if you want to, if you really want to, you're going to have to pay the price. You're going to have to pay the price. And I get it, man. You know, waffles are special. But that's the question I got for y'all. Do you like waffles or pancakes better? Which do you prefer? And don't answer with one of the many pet peeves that I have is when you ask people to pick one or the other. Pick one or the other. People say neither, or they bring a choice that's not listed. Pick one or the other. You're defeating the whole purpose of this question when you say neither. You defeat the whole purpose, and it drives me insane. I'm like, pick one, Family Matters or Full House. Actually, I like Fresh. No, pick one of these 2 shows given. If you had to pick one or the other, what are you going with? You know what I'm saying? Waffles or pancakes? Don't say I don't do breakfast. I don't care if you don't do breakfast. You've had a pancake before. You've had a waffle before. Pick which one you prefer. That's all I want to hear from you. Okay, I don't want to hear that French toast. I didn't throw French toast into the arena. Okay? Waffle or pancake? Which do you prefer? Anyway, so we had Harlow, dry as cornbread, some type of nutrient shot that Sabrina took, and it was potent. I had a little corner of what she had left. It clears up your sinuses, whatever that was. You felt it, because I felt that little sip. I was like, ooh, the sip is real. So we had that spot, and then I think we chilled after that. You know what I'm saying? Pancakes will shut you down. You know what I mean? And so we kind of chilled after that. Mind you, like, I'm still thinking about the Nectar Cafe waffle, and I'm still thinking about the burger and tater tots I had at Blackwater, you know. Once I like something, man, I can't stop thinking about it. I'll be like, yo, it's so good. I can't wait to go back. You know what I'm saying? Meet me in the trap, man. It's all here, man. I need it. I need it again. I know what I like, and I want it again. You know what I'm saying? I went to Denny's last night with the Baker Boys, and I got the little veggie grill. So it's like, you know, those skillets they bring to you at Denny's, where they bring it to you sizzling, like literally it's sizzling. And so we was at Denny's last night. And the boys usually get the moons over my hammy. Instead of regular bacon, they get turkey bacon. So they got that. And my oldest son, he'll get the moons over my hammy with a side of pancakes. So you know you get the pancakes for $2 at Denny's. So he gets the little $2 joint on the side, the moons over my hammy. And Sincere, you know, he got the moons over my hammy. And it comes with the hash browns. So a lot of times they don't even finish the hash browns, but Serain cleaned his plate. He finished the hash browns, the moons over my hammy sandwich, and the pancakes. Sincere, I think he had a few of the hash browns left, but Sincere's soft in these streets. It goes Keenan Baker, then Sincere Baker in the soft tummy streets. Like, Sincere doesn't eat. Sincere is mad skinny out here. He just doesn't eat. But he finished the sandwich, though. I'll give him that. But, you know. And, you know, he be hitting growth spurts, but he still just doesn't eat. I'm like, man, dog, get in on this food, man. You know what I'm saying? You my son. I need you to really get in. But I don't want them to get in. I don't want them to be butterballs like I was. I was straight butterball McGee. I was eating too much. But anyway, so we back in Portland. We still in Portland. And I'm trying to think of another spot we hit up. We definitely hit up like little tea houses and coffee spots. So I was getting like, you know, some teas, trying to help my voice. Like, my voice has been on the struggle lately. So, you know, I'm getting those, dabbling in that. And also, we went to Voodoo Donuts one night after the show. Me, Keon, and Sabrina hit up Voodoo Donuts, and I got 2 vegan waffles. Like, 'cause, you know, as a reminder, I was going vegan that weekend, and so I got 2 vegan donuts, and they were decent. I mean, you know, that if nobody told me they were vegan, I wouldn't have known the difference. So, and I was the only one out of the 3 of us to get 2 donuts because. Let me tell you something, man. I can eat, man. That's my struggle in life, man. Food, man. Food is my struggle. It's my hurdle. That's my struggle. It's never been drugs. It's never been alcohol. It's never been sex. It's never been, you know, prostitutes. It's never been, you know, any of that. Food has been my life's struggle. Like, you know, I have a problem. Like, even now, like I'm binging off of peanut butter. Like, I'm weaning myself off of it. Like I love peanut butter. Like, and it's funny, like, as a kid, like, you know, I would just eat peanut butter with jelly, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I had to have jelly with it. Like, you know, like eating peanut butter by itself dried me out considerably. Like, I was like, ugh. Like, I had the 1 spoon of peanut butter. I was like, that's why I ain't got no regrets. And that's why I always loved you the most. After 1 scoop of peanut butter, I was like, who's doing this as a kid? I don't know when I shifted. I don't know when it really kicked in. But I was like, yo, peanut butter by itself is so good. Like, yo, are y'all feeling this? Are y'all doing this? Like, this peanut butter would just by itself. Oh, man. And so I'm hooked on it. Like, I will eat a whole jar of peanut butter in 2 days. Easy work. Easy work. 1 day is super easy. But to make myself, like, let me just not be a complete fat ass. Let me hold off on this peanut butter. And finish it in 2 days. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I got a problem, man. And that I think is Jif. Jif makes this all natural peanut butter. It's really not all natural because when you look at the ingredients, it's all kind of extra shit in there, like palm oil and sugar. And I'm like, I thought this was all natural. What they mean, all natural ingredients. I don't know. But there's this all natural Jif. I think it's Jif. But it's the all natural crunchy with the honey. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. So good, man. Let me make sure I'm talking about the right one before I steer y'all wrong. Let me look it up. But man, let me tell y'all something, man. It's so good. Let me look at the label before I be like, yo, you said the Jif all natural peanut butter. Let me get the images up. Yo, yes. It's the natural Jif. That's my favorite peanut butter out here on the streets today. The natural Jif, crunchy with honey. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's right there, man. If you can see that, oh, it's so good, man. The low sodium natural Jif, honey, crunchy. Oh, and it says it on the label, just a touch of honey. Oh, even looking at it now, I'm just like, oh yeah, so good, so good. But I gotta get off me. Just if this peanut butter showed up to my doorstep on a rainy night, talking about take me back, I'm passionately unscrewing the lid and going in raw. Oh, but that's neither here nor there, guys. That's neither here nor there. I'm looking at the picture right now, just like reminiscing about what we used to do. Oh man. The Jif, natural Jif with the honey and the crunchy. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so back to Portland, though. So we're in Portland. And mind you, we hit up some spots. I still do my little haunted thing. I'm always looking for haunted adventures, crazy like that. And we went to this mansion, the Pittock Mansion. I think I mentioned that already. It was trash. And then, we tried to hike again. Like we went to where they call it the witch's house or whatever in Portland. It's like this broken down like mansion that's like along this hiking trail. But it was so muddy we couldn't like walk down there. But it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. Like it was so many trees. It was beautiful, man. But we couldn't navigate because it was so muddy and we wasn't ready for that. Like we didn't have no muddy up shoes. Like, so we had to tap out, but I wanted to go by there just to see, how creepy it might have been. But we never made it. We never made the cut, but we did drive out there in an attempt. And then we went to this little museum called the Peculiarium. Peculiarium. That's a hard thing to say. At the Peculiarium. And just had all kind of little weird stuff, kind of look like creepy fun stuff. You can tell it wasn't like trying to traumatize you or nothing like that. It was just like little creepy fun stuff in there. And like, little doll houses with like a murder scene in there. And like they had this little zombie video playing. And this dude talking real scientifically. He was making mad words up. Talking real scientifically about what happens to you when you become a zombie. And like the words he was using was killing me. And they had this huge like Sasquatch statue in there and like just stuff like that. Some dude getting autopsied on by aliens. Like, and you could put your little face inside the thing so it looks like you getting the autopsy. We didn't know you could do that. We walked right past that. That'd have been a nice picture, but we didn't know. And so a little spot, and it's small. It's a little tiny little spot, but it was something. It was cool. Honestly, it was better than the mansion. Like it cost $5. It was cheaper than the mansion, but also more entertaining than the mansion. No disrespect to the Pittock Mansion, but it wasn't scary at all. But the Peculiarium, that was fun. That was fun just to roll up in there and look around and have a good time. But yeah, we had planned to go to this. They call it the Smokehouse or something in Portland. And like, it's vegetarian and vegan, menu items. They got like ribs and stuff like that. Man, when Sabrina showed me their Instagram page, I was like, we have to hit this up. And we were going to do it. We were going to do it on the on the last day we were there, we were gonna hit it up. We was gonna hit it up Sunday. We fumbled on that, so we was gonna hit it up Monday before we left. And they were closed on Mondays. They was goddamn closed on Mondays. We were devastated, man, because we was ready. We was ready to hit this up, man. I was ready to just dabble all up in it. Because the stuff they were showing burgers and like ribs and like, yo, this food looks so good. They had like this burger with mac and cheese on it. I'm like, yo, let me tell you something. As much as a foodie as I am, me eating a burger with mac and cheese on the actual burger, I feel like that's just over the top. Because you got the bread, you got the mac and cheese pasta, and you got the burger patty itself and another piece of bread. Man, you probably got sides. So it's just like, it's just overkill. Like, you know, that's just overkill, even for somebody that's legendary like me in these eating streets. I feel like the mac and cheese on a burger is over. I don't even care if it's a veggie burger. That's just overkill. That's like you really want these calories. But maybe that's just me, man. No disrespect for the people that specialize in burgers with mac and cheese on them, but man, come on, man. You got to draw the line. You got to draw the goddamn line. Now, if the mac and cheese is the bread, then I might feel a little bit better. And y'all be like, how does that even make sense? Let me tell you something, man. The real mac and cheese, where you make it in the oven, it has integrity to it. It's like you can cut a square of it and bam, it's like sitting there as a square. It's almost like a cake. It's almost like a custard, if you will. The mac and cheese, the baked mac and cheese I'm talking about, where you got the evaporated milk and the seasonings in there, along with the macaroni. Then you got two different types of cheeses. You put some butter in there, some cream maybe, and then it like holds together. You cut the square. It might slide apart, but like if you got the squares of the mac and cheese, you can make you put it around your little burger patty. You could realistically make a macaroni and cheese burger with the mac and cheese as the bread. But only if you really bake that mac and cheese right. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we ended up going to what was the last place we hit up? Dang, I can't even remember. Was it that non-impressive that I forgot? Or, you know what? I think we just went back to Nectar. I think we went to Nectar twice. So I think we ended up going to Nectar for the final day. Since the smokehouse was closed, we ended up hitting up Nectar. And I got my beloved waffle. And some banana bread. That banana bread was good. And, yeah, man. I feel like I'm leaving a place out, though, that we ate at. I feel like I'm leaving something behind, but I don't think so. I feel like I had some tomato bisque in Portland somewhere, but I can't remember where. Yo, I'm a fan of tomato bisque, man. Tomato bisque. And I know I can't have tomato bisque as a vegan for that weekend. I wasn't supposed to have tomato bisque. So I'm like, did I have it or not? I can't even remember, man. I love tomato bisque is so good. So good. So good. Man, I've been talking about food this whole time. Portland food. Portland, case in point, in closing, Portland is a great city, man. Visit it, check it out, man. A lot of people complain about the homelessness, but it's really homelessness in every city. But check out Portland, man. It gets hot in the summertime, so if you don't mind heat, you can go in the summertime. It's gonna be hot. I prefer fall. Fall is my favorite season. So, but if you're a fan of like quirky spots or like, spots that you won't find in any other city, Portland is the place for you because you'll definitely get a unique experience in terms of the places you'll go. So I definitely recommend Portland for that because it's great. It's like, yo, this is not in any other city. This right here is not in any other city. So you really get a unique feel. Like don't go out there and go for the tried and true places get the tried and true item on the menu. But I'm saying try new spots. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about trying new spots. But once I get to the new spot, I'm going to find something that's semi-familiar for me on the menu. And yeah. But definitely recommend Portland. Portland is one of my favorite cities in America that I've been to so far. And I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to go back, guys. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it. I think that's our time, man. Let me know in the comment sections what y'all want me to talk about in future episodes, man. Share this with your people, man. Tell your people about verbal cardio. I think this is like my 46th verbal cardio. So, introduce your family and friends to, if they enjoy podcasts. Tell them to come through, man. Tell them to pull up. They can have me playing in the background while they cooking or just doing something or driving. I'm on iTunes. I'm on SoundCloud. I'm on YouTube now. I'm on the comic delivery page. Pull up, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Join me on my Instagram at Tony Baker Comedy. At Tony Baker Comedy on, Facebook whenever I get my page back. Tony Baker Comedy on Twitter. Am I forgetting anything? Tony Baker Comedy on Snapchat. TonyBakerComedy.com. And Tony Baker Haberdasheries if you want to get in on this cram shirt I'm wearing right now. And thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Please spread the word. Spread the word. This is how we do it. Spread the word. Word of mouth is a powerful thing, man. And thank y'all so much for tuning in to another session of that verbal cardio.